Welcome to this episode of Look Around Lubbock, brought to you by Fox 34. Hi, I'm Kurt Kaiser, and I'll be your Look Around Lubbock host over the next several months as we explore the nonprofit community in Lubbock. We will highlight services for physical and mental health and educational activities for children and families made possible by nonprofit organizations and their volunteers. Lubbock is proud of its tradition of discovering community needs and finding a solution to meet those needs. Whether your need is food, shelter, clothing, medical services, educational training, mentoring, or simply fun activities for your family, you will learn about the organizations that can lend a helping hand. These nonprofit organizations depend on monetary contributions and volunteers like you to provide these services. The Downtown AMBUCS is one of several civic clubs in Lubbock. This club has one purpose: to put on the ABC Rodeo.
Our entire reason for ABC Rodeo is the Boys and Girls Club. Started in 1943, and this will be our 80th year.
All of that money is divided up between the clubs. They do a great job of taking care of a large number of kids. Very proud of that.
Ray Short joined the club in 1990. It was his father's love of the Boys and Girls Club that brought him to AMBUCS for the first time.
My dad was a member of the Boys and Girls Club when it was over on 23rd Avenue K back in the 40s and 50s. And matter of fact, his ID number was number 38. And that was always pretty special. I grew up out south of town. We didn't have a Boys and Girls Club to go to. When I was approached, said, hey, come to lunch, we'll have, meet these guys. Well, when I went, there was like 80 people. We met at the 50-yard line there on the South Loop. Joined the club because of the Boys and Girls Club. My dad said, hey, it's a good deal. This right here is the newest one. It's the Talkington branch. And it kind of serves western Lubbock, city of Lubbock and Lubbock County Friendship. There's a smaller branch out in Shallow Water. The Optimist Club is on North Indiana and Cornell, kind of takes care of the north. The Fee branch is off of 24th and MLK. And then the Wilson branch, it kind of handles central Lubbock and everything. And so it is really spread out.
The ABC Rodeo went through a change 2 years ago, losing their longtime home.
For 63 years, we were at the Coliseum, and we knew what to expect. We knew what days, what times we could do. Everything changed when we went to Levelland. We had to prescribe to them what times of the day that we needed the doors open, and it was a little bit of an adjustment period. I think we have figured out, working with the crew in Levelland and the people in Hockley County, that we're doing a lot better than we did the first time around. But that goes with growing pains. The people over there are extremely easy to work with, and they like having us over there. We would love to be back here in Lubbock, and we will be back. It is in the works. It is being thought of as we speak now. And in fact, we have a meeting later on this week to talk about some more things that are going to happen at the Lubbock County Expo Center.
Back to the local sponsors, they've stepped up in a way that they have taken the place of whatever we may have lost through ticket sales through a smaller venue in Levelland. So again, they have stepped up to make it as financial, as feasible as possible by stepping up and contributing to us for that.
The Downtown AMBUCS is open to new members.
We meet Fridays at noon at Cocoa Corner, 50th and Avenue Q. Danny's Fins and Hens supplies our meal. We generally have a speaker, someone from the community, someone from the Boys and Girls Club, someone from, could be Covenant Hospital, it could be, Fish and Game, it could be anybody. We just, we talk about all kinds of different things that are going on in our community.
I'm gonna say 80% of my friends are because of AMBUCS and the rodeo. It's family.
I'm proud to be able to represent that small group again of men and women that work as hard as they do for the club.
They started in 1994, and for those 28 years, Breedlove Foods has been fighting hunger in Lubbock, in Texas, and around the world. They started as a part of the South Plains Food Bank.
14 years ago, we parted ways. From time to time, we'll still have a board member who's on their board. We collaborate with them. They're great people, but we really have no formal partnership with them. We've got a couple of collaborations going on right now with them. They're wonderful people, and they know how to do what they do.
Breedlove has changed over the years. They no longer dehydrate food.
It's food processing and integration of chipped and dehydrated vegetables, lentils, rice, carrots, something called TVP, textured vegetable protein, which is soy. Up until 4 years ago, we basically had one product and one partner, and that was the United States Agency for International Development. Now we've got about 8 products, and we've got about 10 or 12 partners. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We donate a lot of food. We cost share or partner with nonprofits, and we also sell food. We don't sell retail. We just work with other nonprofits. The dynamics of humanitarian food relief, the demand is infinite. The supply, not so much. This past year, we have provided food to virtually every humanitarian food outlet in Lubbock. We stock Habitat for Humanity houses. We've worked with the El Paso Food Bank, the Houston Food Bank. We've provided food to the Central Texas Food Bank. There's a veterans organization near Fort Bliss. I can tell you that all the food banks are seeing 2 and 3 times the demand, and their donations of money are down, their donations of food are down, volunteers are wearing out. Again, I don't want to speak for them, but they have gone from a pretty stable environment a couple of years ago, and you throw COVID in there, where volunteers don't want to come in because of COVID. It's a pretty difficult row to hoe for them.
On top of that work around the state, the overseas work has increased.
We have partners now, a small one in Tampa, Florida, Course of Action, retired military. We've gotten food into Venezuela with them. There's a small nonprofit in Dallas, SOS International. We get food into Costa Rica with them. We've done partnerships with World Vision, Samaritan's Purse, the World Food Program. None of those people even knew who we were 4 years ago. Just how many people in this world go home and they see something on Ukraine on the news and they go, I shipped 1 million meals to those people today.
When disasters hit, Breedlove does what they can to help, like with the recent hurricane in Florida.
We have a partner in Tampa, and we've let them know their warehouse, everything they have is underwater. They don't have a place to put it. But we're talking to them. We try to do what we can.
Breedlove uses donated money wisely and efficiently. You can learn more at breedlove.org.
There's what is known as the administrative fundraising rate, the AFR. Every nonprofit has it. It basically is the percentage of donation that goes to administrators. Ours is 4 to 5%. So if you donate $1, 95 cents will go out into the production. I've got a little mantra every day. assess, communicate, adapt, and move forward. That's what we try to do.
The first Girl Scout troop was formed in 1912. 110 years later, they are alive and well in Lubbock.
Teaches girls confidence and courage and how to be a leader, and that they have a family. Their Girl Scout troop becomes their family. They build friendships that last a lifetime. They get to learn things that they probably might not experience at home.
There's not only room for more girls to join Girl Scouts, but for volunteers to help in a variety of ways.
We need people who can transport girls if they want to go on a field trip. We need folks who may have a cupboard full of snacks and they want to give girls snacks. So it's the volunteer roles for Girl Scouts are just more than what we can even start to explain. You name it, we have a spot for you.
The most visible time of the year for Girl Scouts is during the annual cookie drive. The girls even attend Cookie University to get ready each year.
We teach them about decision making and money management and people skills and goal setting, and we do that through what we call Cookie University. We have it every year, either in December or January, and we use our older girls as role models, and they work with the younger girls at different stations on things that they'll learn in the cookie cell and things they need to know.
Can you imagine that young girls today, they don't do that, you know, they're shy, they look away, but can you imagine a little 5-year-old, hey, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? You know, hey, let me count your change back to you. We see adults today who can't even count change back, but a 5-year-old that's in Girl Scouts, oh, let me tell you, she can count some change back. And she can tell you, you can get 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies for $20. Yes, she can.
By the end of the cookie season, those shy little girls are gone. They just transform right in front of your eyes.
The girls have set goals for the money raised and are taught to use it wisely.
Our family helped her raise the money through selling Girl Scout cookies to pay for her entire trip to Europe. 14 days she went to Europe on Girl Scout cookie money.
Wow.
Yeah. So can you imagine the skills that she learned from that? It was just amazing.
The girls also earn cookie bucks that can be spent at the Girl Scout store. That's located at 2567 74th Street behind the Science Spectrum.
The main thing I push is the uniforms. We really want to see the girls out in the community and being recognizable as Girl Scouts, so we want them to have their vest or sash. So you get the new little daisy that comes in the store, and you walk them over to the uniforms, and the mom always says, do you want this piece or this piece? And I'm like, let's try it on. Let's see what it looks like on you. And then they get a little more excited.
They don't just shop for themselves, but they may buy Christmas gifts. They may buy something for their big brother. We have STEM projects in there, STEM gift sets. We have all kind of things that are just amazing.
I encourage any parent to get involved with their daughter. Doesn't have to be a leader, just volunteer, you know, bring snacks to a meeting, but it gives you that chance to stop when you're so busy and life is passing you by to spend it with your daughter, and they'll cherish it forever.
You're empowering adults that's going to take with the skills that they learn and then share them with young girls. I believe that we do build girls of courage, confidence, and character to make this world a better place.
Women's Protective Services of Lubbock is combating domestic violence 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We are the local domestic violence shelter in this area for 12 counties, including Lubbock. Our mission is to assist the women, children, and families that are in abusive relationship situations, that kind of thing, and try to eliminate domestic violence as a whole.
The problem of domestic violence is staggering.
If you think back to the Iraqi war and stuff from 2002 to 2012, we lost about a little over 6,000 soldiers in a 10-year period. And this is war, so you are going to have losses. In our country, in that same time period, we lost 11,000 women to domestic violence. So if you use that analogy, we're waging war against our women in our society when it comes to relationships. We're almost averaging about 4,000 women and children we help each year, just to give you an idea. And domestic violence is one of the most underreported crimes in America. So there's way more victims and survivors out there that need our help, and they just haven't come forward. Whether it be through harassment, isolation, financial abuse, fear, threats, physical violence, sexual violence, all those kind of things can contribute to why that is so underreported. The best way and the preferred way is through our hotline. It's 806-747-6491. 24/7, never shuts down. We've always got trained professionals answering those calls. People need to feel safe. They need food and shelter. They need clothing, that kind of thing. Basic human rights needs. Then further up that triangle, what we're going to provide is crisis counseling. If they have injuries, we need to get them to a doctor, hospital, clinic, something like that. They don't have any IDs. They need medication. There's threats against her and the children. So we've got to help with maybe filing police reports, getting protective orders, getting custody orders, that kind of stuff in place. And that self-esteem is built up, and not just financially, but also emotionally. We're really building towards the same goal, which is self-sufficiency. That's our ultimate goal.
Women and their children typically stay at the shelter approximately 6 months, but the care doesn't stop there.
Let's say her time is up here, but she still needs some work to do. She still needs that additional help. She can transition to what's called non-residential services. So think of it like an outpatient kind of basis. And we don't put a cap on that. She could get 10 years of counseling if she wanted at no cost. And I think that's a great deal. And I wish more people were aware of that. It's so important, especially mental health is a huge thing in our society, right? You've got addiction and mental health that are, some big time barriers for people, not just being victims, but also the perpetrators as well.
The community can help through raising awareness of the problem, but also through donations.
I feel it is our responsibility, not just as a shelter, but as a community to really, especially during Christmas time, is to really try to make it like home, enjoyable, with gifts, because a lot of times the mothers don't have the resources to provide for those children, and they come in and they're in tears, and they're very sad and depressed because they don't feel that their kids are going to get the Christmas that they deserve. Domestic violence can be prevented. It really can. And I just wish a lot of more people would see that and be willing to help out with that cause.
New unemployment numbers come out every month. The group in Lubbock that pays the most attention to those numbers is Workforce Solutions of the South Plains.
Any other year besides this one, I'd say we're doing wonderful. I mean, the unemployment rate's 3.4%. That's fantastic, Unfortunately, the problem is we don't have enough workers to fill all those vacancies. We'll have 1,000 vacancies and we don't have that many workers to fill them.
We're usually in the top 3 lowest unemployment, or top 5 anyway. This last time, 3.5, I think we tied with one of the other board areas at 3.5, around 4th. It'll vary from one month to the next.
Workforce Solutions is working to lower that number all the time.
Everything that we're doing and we're financing is basically making it easier for people to work and making it easier for employers to hire workers that know what they're doing. So if they don't know it, we can help them learn it, and if they do know it, we can help them find a place to use it. That's it in a nutshell. If you come to us fully trained, then let's just go ahead and put you to work, and we have people that will do just an employment placement service. If you're coming to us and say, oh, I need training for this particular job, and you qualify for some of our programs, because a lot of them are income-based, then we'll help you with the training.
We provide employment services and training services for both the employers and the job seekers, and we try to get them connected through an internet-based system called Work in Texas. Employers will come in there and they can post their own job orders in the system, or we can do it for them at the Career Center. The job seeker go in there and apply for jobs, put their skills, what they would like to do, and if there's a match within the system, Work in Texas, then we make referrals to the employer. Then the employer has the option to either call the job seeker if they're interested in the job seeker and they really have what they need. They try to set up interviews for them.
You can go in person to the Workforce Solutions Career Center located at Wayland Plaza on the South Loop.
The job seeker in particular can come in there, and we're doing the best we can to try to connect them with an employer, or if they're looking for training opportunities. We'll process them to an eligibility determination process to make sure they qualify for the services that they want, because then we can pay for some of those services.
We have about 100 employees in the area, 15 counties, half dozen offices. I always multiplied impact. You know, how do you multiply impact? Well, you do your work, but then you help others do their work to the level you want, and they'll pass it on down, and before you know it, you've impacted, a bigger set of people, whether it's workers or employees. We try to help people, try to make it feel good. Makes us feel good about success stories, and we're always trying to gather success stories, because everybody wants to know, well, why? Why do you do these things? And you're going, well, because we're social workers in a way. We don't think of ourselves as social workers, we think of ourselves as production workers, because we measure everything.
Workforce Solutions sponsors several job fairs throughout the year. On November 10th, a job fair first for veterans, but really for anyone.
We try to open the first hour, 10 to 11, veterans only come in. And then after 11, we open it to the public as well. So it's open for anybody looking for work. If they come in and they're looking for work, we're not going to turn them back. We want them to come in. Especially when you have over 60 plus employers sitting there looking for people.
The Larry Combest Community Health and Wellness Center is a federally qualified health center serving Lubbock and surrounding areas. The center is a nurse-led facility. The care they provide is by family nurse practitioners.
We take care of the whole patient. We try to embody just the humanity that's involved with how patients are trying to stay healthy and happy. We try to incorporate interventions, education that allows patients to live healthier, feel healthier, and just really become the best people they can be. In our center, it's very patient-focused, and we deal with not just the physical, mental, social, but we deal with patients across the lifespan.
We're very patient-centered. All of our policies and procedures and everything is around our patients. The quality of care that we provide to our patients is the thing that I'm the most proud of. The Lubbock community has seen the need to take care of all of our citizens with the health care they need, and we're part of that public health component trying to meet the needs of every citizen. And we're located in East Lubbock because it was an underserved area of the community, and we're located here in the community between the elementary school and the community center for a reason, is to be part of the community and to support it.
A brand new location has just opened up at 416 Frankfort Avenue, serving another part of the community.
It was in a part of town that really hasn't been served by FQHC or by a clinic like ours that kind of sees everybody. So we've had some really good positive feedback from the patients that were on this side of town and were driving to where our clinic was. So now I think we've got a good location to serve a wider part of the community.
The center helps manage many different chronic diseases such as asthma, hypertension, and obesity for all ages. They specialize in diabetes education and give professional help when first diagnosed.
It's scary. I mean, whether you're newly diagnosed or you've been dealing with it for years, it's a very scary and complex disease to manage. And so I love that here we can give them all the resources, all the education and skill sets that they need to have the confidence to manage it on their own. We focus on making positive lifestyle changes, whether it be in our weight loss classes that we offer or our cooking classes. We really try to focus on making those positive lifestyle changes that are lasting.
In our facility, we have a van driver who will you make an appointment. When you make your appointment, you tell them you need transportation, and they can have this guy come out and he'll pick you up. Steve's a really nice guy. He can drop you off, go pick up somebody else, takes people home, does whatever he can to get you to your appointment on time.
Being a nurse and working here at the center has been a blessing and is much of a therapy for many of us. And we love what we do.
To actually be in an environment where we work to keep them well and healthy has been a dream come true.
It's a dream job, absolutely. I love that part of my job is actually monitoring, tracking their progress and kind of making sure that they're not only following the recommendations that we're giving, but they're feeling confident about the changes that they're making.
From the time you call, how can we help you pay for it? How can we assist you in getting to the places you need to be, and we can't help find everything, but we can help you understand the program and navigate you through as best we can.
Thank you for watching this episode of Look Around Lubbock. I hope you've enjoyed learning about new services and opportunities that are made available due to the generous work of nonprofit organizations and their volunteers. Vibrant communities offer services that improve the health and culture of the city and shape the character and the future of its citizens. Join me, Kurt Kaiser, each Saturday and Sunday as we continue to feature nonprofit organizations on Look Around Lubbock. Watch right here on Fox 34 News Now as we explore all that nonprofit organizations in Lubbock have to offer.